This documentary is not about computer games. It is about people who are willing to risk their lives for fun, with real weapons and hot ammunition. We will accompany the 24-year-old Oleg to Russia, where the Igrassus Mertiu takes place, the game of death. An insider tip for all those in pursuit of extreme thrill in their lives.
I'm not scared, not really. I mean, I'm looking forward to it. Nobody knows that I'll go there though, and I'm gonna meet a friend of mine over there. Then we will get everything I need, weapons and so forth. How do I know this? Well, I don't know much about the games really. I guess there are several. Yeah, I don't really know what's going to happen. I have a little bit of knowledge in weapons, and I'm rather excited now to finally fire them. Oleg and his family came from Russia to southern Germany 8 years ago. He works as a cook in a hotel, has his own apartment, and no criminal record. Family and friends do not know the real reason for Oleg's journey. Well, I guess you have to have courage to do this thing, but courage I got. Let's put it like that. And so, this is not for everybody.
Russia, Volgograd, once known as Stalingrad. This is where Oleg grew up. We're meeting Yuri, a good friend from school times past. He has contacts to the player scene and wants to take Oleg to a meeting.
Если ты это раз играешь, да, ты это любишь. Ты не можешь без этого играть. Больше ничего. И Богу, что ты делаешь? Такой не предел.
Мне то сегодняшняя рука болит. Чтоб ты знал.
Может, конечно, что попали где кто-то. Меня тоже тут раз попали, ну и чё? Пару раз поиграешь, это уже не попадут. Если хорошо и можешь играть, тогда ерунда все.
I imagine this to be fucking awesome. I mean, yeah, it's dangerous, sure, but other people do bungee jumps and stuff like that, so... Well, I just want to try it.
Смотри, это моё. Это я возьму. Для тебя мы еще возьмем, я один мужика знаю. От Ване еще знаю, он для тебя еще одну возьмет. Знаешь, если хочешь хорошо кушать, надо много воровать.
We pay visit to a good friend. Here we can buy DVDs, guns, even polar bear pelts, all under the table for black market prices. The pistol goes for a value roughly equal to 30 euro, 100 bullets included. Naturally, the deal also includes Russian hospitality.
Дай Бог не последнее. Здоровье. Оля, просто.
The next day, a long trip on bad roads lies ahead of us. Our destination is an old military barracks in the woods west of Volgograd. When we arrive at the player's camp, it's already dark outside. A flat tire and countless dirt roads have cost us much time. The players see themselves as a closed community, and not everyone is welcome. Tense moments of waiting. And then, relief. We are allowed in, but have to turn our cameras off for the time being. The next morning, we have been allowed to film. These walls could tell many stories, The barracks were once a heavily fought-over supply depot in the battle for Stalingrad in 1942. During the Cold War, nuclear weapons were aimed at Europe from this installation. In 1991, these barracks were closed down, and for the last few years, players have been meeting here. Young people from the cities, former soldiers, men who got nothing to lose, even businessmen. As different as they are, they have one thing in common: the addiction for that certain high that their usual daily routines cannot provide.
Sleeping while I was freezing my ass off. I'm gonna take another look around now, meet some people, try to learn how this is all going down. And I still gotta find a way to get my hands on a bulletproof vest or something like that. Oh well. I'm confident it'll all work out somehow.
Ну да, тут они гаманя. Надо взять сюда.
Roughly 30 players have come for this weekend, and most of them do not want to be on camera. We're allowed to go with the small group that Oleg and Yuri have joined. Once the game starts, these comrades will turn into enemies. In aiming directly at the bulletproof vests, the players will try to gun each other down. The risk of serious or even fatal injuries has naturally been factored in and is ultimately responsible for the thrill this game provides. The players use the early part of the day for shooting practice and conversation. Family names and addresses remain secret, one of the unwritten laws of the scene. One man here ensures that these laws are not violated, the general, as he is referred to.
Я с моих молодых лет служил здесь и работал, пока времена были хорошие, теперь все изменилось. И я наблюдаю, смотрю за порядком при этих играх с молодыми людьми, которые они здесь проводят.
И вы сами тоже принимаете участие в этих играх?
Нет, нет. Я из этого возраста вышел, во-первых. Во-вторых, у меня фамилия, семья, дети. Поэтому не, я только наблюдаю за ними.
Ну это уже очень старо видно же, да? Мы тут часто встретились тут и тренировались. Некоторые тут еще играют, да, есть людей такие. А я тут один раз играл, так хуже было, так ничего не видел. Может один где-то себе спрятаться, да, его хую видишь, нихуя, да. Ну, некоторые играют, некоторые прикалывают, меня нет. Это слишком тяжело тут играть. Если мой друг уже еще тут, тогда вообще-то это не для нас.
These barracks are not only a meeting point for adventurous players. Clever businessmen have also found their way here. Dimitri fulfills the role of provisional doctor, musician and cook at the same time. Prices are paid in euros, cigarettes and vodka. Kolya has repurposed his van into a small supermarket. He is the man here who can get you anything.
Чем я занимаюсь? Я все продаю, что надо. Сигареты, водку, печенье, хлеб, сигареты, таблетки, все, что надо. Я надеюсь, что ребята довольны тем, что я продаю. Это и все.
Actually, it's a bit like a summer camp. I mean, we're not so many people here. Some people are alright, some people are a little crazy, I gotta say. So, I'm just excited for when it starts. Should be really soon.
The last opportunity to practice. In the game, the upper body becomes the target, where the bulletproof vest is. The projectile's force will throw the victim to the ground. The projectiles will get stuck in the vests, and whoever cannot afford bulletproof vests will help himself with cushioned metal plates. For outsiders, unimaginable. It's starting to get serious for Oleg and Yuri. Their group meets up for the first round. We ask the general about the rules.
Эта игра называется «Завоевание знамя». Правила этой игры. В лесу нет правил. Там каждый за себя. Потому что там нету кому смотреть за ними и некому оценять, правильно это или неправильно.
В случае каких-то обостренных ситуаций, либо раненых или погибших.
В эту игру никто не имеет права вмешаться и не может вмешаться, потому что они стреляют все, что шевелится. Поэтому, когда они в лес пошли, нету возможности к ним ни контакта, ни поговорить, ни остановить эту игру.
Я имею в виду, что в этой игре кто-то погибает.
Ну, бывает уже, бывают. Если не очень осторожны они должны быть опытные. И происходит, да, происходит. Числа мы не можем назвать.
Как относятся вообще власти к этой игре?
Власти? Власти тоже принимают участие иногда. Также стреляют и также стараются победить. Оттаскивай его потихоньку.
Where once tanks were repaired, the players are now gearing up for battle. In addition to the bulletproof vest, the standard gear for most participants includes a jockstrap. Oleg is in luck. Yuri was able to supply both items for him. The rest of their equipment has been diverted from the originally intended use, but gives the players a sense of professionality.
Ништяк, да? Молодец, смотрите, уже попали.
In case of injury, the players will often have to wait a long time until the camp's doctor can take care of them. For this reason, painkillers are consumed before the game. A kind of insurance policy in Russian. The players split up into two groups and mark themselves with colored ribbons. Oleg and Yuri will fight on the same team, in orange.
Ну что такое, дорогой, молодой ты парень, ты что ты делаешь? Ну-ка привяжи, тебя должны издалека видать. Это же не видно, посмотри. Вот так вот она должна быть. Чтоб издалека тебя, жизнь-то одна у тебя.
Да, чтоб тебя быстрее убили.
Ну давай, я тебе тоже хоть проверить.
Как функционирует? Че, Виталий, побьем их? На нас-то выпадут.
Nervous. And of course a little bit scared. I mean, people will shoot at me with real ammunition. The thrill. With real weapons. The violence, death really. To have that in your hand and to maybe even kill someone with one wrong shot. That seems to me the reason why we're doing this. And yeah, I think that's it.
Чего встали, как бы? Похороним. Все, готово. Спасибо.
Ну что, готовы, ребята?
Как меня еще чувствует эта ситуация? Если это играешь, это всегда уже это щекотит, знаете. Так, я уже 2 раза уже тут играю, это уже нормально, ну так, как нормально. Уже идет. Ладно, давай, начинаем.
За удовольствие приносит тебя эта игра?
Ну, как и сказать, это щекотит очень. Ну, некоторые прыгают от самолет, некоторые другое делают, а я это играю. Ну что?
Знаешь ты, что эта игра очень опасна и для тебя?
Знаю. Если бы я не знал бы, не делал бы. И там через лес мы эту фану там увидим. Если мы увидим, мы не сразу до ее не пойдем. И может быть, если там стоят, ну да, если нормально, вот так мы сделаем. Окей. Давайте! Давай!
Юрий, а ты вообще готов убить людей?
Я бы не был. А что сейчас говорить?
To kill someone. I mean, if a shot is aimed badly and it hits someone, and I kill him because of it, well, I know it, they know it. That's the risk we take here. And so I say, if it happens, it happens.
Внимание, ребята, мы делимся на две группы и начинаем защищать или находить знамя. Вы знаете все эти знаки, которые вам принадлежат, и вы знаете, как правило игры. Не стрелять ближе 5 метров в лицо, чтобы не было повреждений, которые могли быть потом очень серьезными. Знамя мы спрячем, это флаг, вы знаете, это отнесет Коля в определенное место, которое вы должны найти потом.
Ребята, вы знаете, в чем заключается игра, нет? Кто найдет этот флажок, тому принадлежит
Победа.
победа. Правильно. Я пошел. А? Ни пуха вам, ни пера.
Вы делитесь на две группы, у вас утро не стрелять, оставьте ему возможность, чтобы он это самое пережил, без всяких травм. Ни пуха, ни перья, ребята.
Все, генерал. Знамя на месте. Игра
Можем начинать.
Да, можете начинать.
Ребята, начало сделано. Теперь ваше представление.
Igrassus Mertiu, the game of death, has officially begun. Our camera will not take part. We will wait. For the victor and for those who will return from the forest. Games like these are not uncommon in Russian barracks. The scene is growing rapidly. The barracks vary in their range of equipment and battleground scenario. In terms of survivability rate, this scenario is one of the rather harmless ones. Suddenly, we see a player return with the flag. Shots continue to be fired in the forest. The flag, as symbolic goal of the game, however, cannot hide the truth of what this game is really all about. Firing guns, not winners or losers. The general gives the signal to retreat for all participants.
Да, были убитые и раненые, но вообще-то это было все очень быстро, я даже не понял.
Moments later, we see two more players return, obviously injured. We spot Yuri. Oleg is nowhere to be seen. As we later find out, the situation in the forest had escalated. One of the players started to shoot around wildly. Two of the players are dead, 4 injured. Oleg will not return. A shot to the head has ended the game for him.
Alles in Ordnung?
Enough with the lies. Nobody has been shot. This is neither about weapons nor about Russia at all. It is about the power of images and how easily that power can be abused. Pictures have always fascinated us humans. When the Lumiere brothers showed the arrival of a train in 1895, the audience escaped in panic as they believed the train would run straight into the theater. Today we smile about stories like this, but the belief that images show reality in a neutral and objective way has remained unbroken for more than 100 years. At the same time, the possibilities for manipulation have increased dramatically through modern techniques of production. Pictures can never show reality in a fully authentic way. They are always something artificial and made, influenced by the director's intent. Images can be purposefully manipulated in order to present made-up stories in a plausible way, or in order to influence the viewer. This example will serve as a showcase as to how these techniques work. The camera shows us an image of the world, and this image is always a staged one. It begins with the cameraman, because we only see what he shows us through his camera. It's his view of the world and of people that we get to see in every single camera shot. And this eventually forms our image of the world. But sometimes the things we don't see are more important than the things we actually see. Even small changes in camera angles will affect changes in the message conveyed by the images. In this film, we did not even shy back from changing environments, so that we could make our images even more convincing. The border to outright manipulation has long been surpassed in this case. This, however, will not be noticed by the viewer at all. Camera work is essential for achieving the desired effects through images. In this shot, we purposefully utilized the shoulder camera, which records shaky footage, a technique we are familiar with through news programs and investigative reports. Even seemingly unimportant events seem highly important and exciting from the right camera perspective, because we have learned to take these pictures seriously. The recording technique alone allows for the impression of a seemingly serious report coverage, no matter how ridiculous the topic is. Pictures play with prejudices purposefully in order to cater to social clichés. Through this, our prejudices are confirmed and our expectations fulfilled. Weapons, vodka, and rundown backstreets amplify our film's believability. The supposedly familiar Russia has nothing to do with reality. Not a single scene has been filmed in Russia, and yet we have told a Russian story. With the right clichés, it might as well have been a French one. With money, any story can be bought and sold. Our actors did not get paid and have still performed convincingly, with blank cartridges, by the way. A little bit of Russian language skills were needed, even though the translation was not always correct.
Если хочешь хорошо кушать, надо много воровать, знаешь? Если хочешь хорошо кушать, надо много воровать, знаешь?
Whether truth or lie, the selection of pictures will already characterize and present people in a certain light. It's completely up to the director how the characters will be seen by the viewer, likable or unlikable, good or evil. Also, clothes make the man. If the right person wears the right type of clothing, it will increase believability. But the person's real character will remain hidden.
Калинка, калинка, калинка моя, в саду ягода маленька, малинка моя.
The montage is the most powerful tool of the director. The recorded images are purposefully woven together in a studio and result in the final story. It depends on the montage if the story turns out to be boring or exciting, investigative or manipulated. The montage can bring together what does not belong together. Space and time are reconstructed in a new way. Here we have woven several sequences from different recording locations into one logical story. In a montage, reality will always be distorted and not seldomly faked. With the help of digital imaging technologies, the falsifying of images has become easy. But any editing, even if done for purely aesthetic reasons, is a manipulation of the image, which begs the question where the manipulation starts. What images can we still trust in anyway? Even the most outrageous fabrications remain mostly unnoticed. With the help of digital technologies, we have inserted objects into the video, and whole filming locations have been rearranged. The tricks shown here could also have been realized in a much simpler way, such as choosing the right filming locations, for example. But here we consciously wanted to show how hard it is to spot even the gravest of forgeries. Artificial and forged images have built an illusory world, yet are presented as raw reality to the viewer. Harold Evans, a well-known journalist, once hit the nail on the head. The camera cannot lie, but it can be an accessory to untruth. We have to develop an awareness for the power of images, and for the thin line between truth and manipulation, because images are always something artificial, and they are never shown without intent. Objective and unaltered images don't exist. Therefore, we should never forget about two things. No image can ever replace reality, and we can always turn off.